When blackberries are at the peak of their season, I love to make blackberry jam. It just reminds me so much of my childhood. So I'm going to take you through this step by step, how to make the perfect homemade blackberry jam. First, you need to get your hand on some really good quality blackberries, and you can see that they're good quality. They're plump, they're large, they're super juicy. So for my recipe, I need 1 kilo of blackberries to 1 kilo of caster sugar. So 1 to 1. That's how I've done it for all these years, but you can add a little less sugar if you like. Macerating means you leave the fruit and sugar just to sit for a while for the flavours to mingle. By doing that, you're allowing the natural sugars in the fruit to come out. So give yourself 2 hours to do this. It's not essential, but it will make a difference to the end result. So we'll place this into a large pot, pour it in, and the juice of half a lemon. Now this is going to help set our jam. There's natural pectins in the blackberries and the lemon, so we don't need to add any more to it. So a good squeeze into there, and that's all it takes. Okay, we'll place this onto a high heat, and we want this to come to the boil. So you really want to keep an eye on it, keep mixing it. Once it comes to the boil, I'll turn it down, and this is going to cook for about 10 minutes. The optimum temperature for this jam to set is 105 degrees, and that's why I have a little handy thermometer. Okay, the temperature reached 105, so I've turned the jam off. It's at the perfect setting point. And I have my sterilised jars ready to go. Really important to sterilise your jars because it just means it'll preserve your jam for much longer. So for our jam now, we just need to start bottling it. And look at that gorgeous colour. It's mesmerising. Now we're just going to carefully pour that in, and it will look very liquidy at this stage, but after it sets, it will start to firm up. Now, if you don't have a thermometer and you want to check the optimum setting temperature, my trick is to place a plate in the freezer just so it's really cold, and then pour some of this jam onto it, pop it back in the freezer just for a minute or so, and bring it out. And if it's a bit wrinkly and set, you know that it's ready. That's the way my grandmother used to do it, and it would work every single time. So fill these up all the way. You can see how much the blackberries have broken down. Pop the lid on as soon as you've filled it, so while it's still piping hot, and then flip it upside down. And by flipping it upside down, we're going to form a natural seal, again, so it preserves that beautiful fruit for a long time. Wait for it to completely cool, and then you just need to store them in the pantry. It'll last for months. So I'll fill the rest of these jars up and wait for them to cool. Jam has set, and I really want to show you the gorgeous consistency once it's completely cooled. Look at that. Why would you buy jam when you can make it at home so easily? And for me, jam is best served with beautiful croissants. Have a look at these. I'm going to cut one in half. This is my Sunday ritual. It would be a beautiful, warm croissant. No butter, I know, controversial, but a croissant is full of butter, so you don't need extra butter, and lashings of homemade blackberry jam over the top. Squish it together, and that for me is absolute pure bliss. Nothing beats homemade jam.